It's a power hour, and that means the Blood Center of Wisconsin phone banks are wide open. RE/MAX First Choice, thanks for being back with us again, team. And I can see that team going on up there. I can see just a little competition happening, too. The phone number is 608-784-KIDS. That's 5437. So RE/MAX First Choice making this a very special hour because Dawson is here and Tricia is here. Hi, Mom.
Hello.
It is good to see you.
Good to see you. We're glad to be here.
You know, before we even get started, actually, we are started because you already have 14 people
Wow.
that love and care for your family. I mean, if that doesn't just blow you away.
Yeah.
At 608-784-KIDS, 5437. And Uncle Travis just called.
Yep.
And Uncle Travis, if you wanted to get your sister teared up, you did a good job of that. Because when we found out you were on the phone, Dawson went running over to the phone bank to talk to you. So thank you for calling in. And yes, you made your sister cry, if that was the point. I don't think that was the point. I think he's just a wonderful, loving brother that
That's
you
right.
have.
Yep.
Dawson is 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You guys live by Winona, Rolling Stone.
Yep.
And you made the trip to come in. Thank you for doing that.
You bet.
And you and Dawson share something. You probably share a lot of things.
Yes.
But something
Yep.
that you share. Tell us about that.
So Dawson and I have a pretty special bond because we both have type 1 diabetes. I've had it for 24 years, and Dawson has had it for just over a year. October 12th was his 1-year anniversary.
Something tells me you must have recognized some of the signs.
Yeah, so Dawson was in a wedding last year, and we noticed that he was starting to go to the bathroom a lot. He was asking for drinks all the time, and unfortunately we knew the signs that were leading to type 1. We were looking for other possible scenarios, but unfortunately he was diagnosed with type 1. But we're glad we caught it early. He didn't go into what's called diabetic ketoacidosis, which is where he gets super sick. But we're glad that we caught it early, and he's doing awesome.
And just a little guy, you know.
Yeah.
And to start out with something like that. So treatment started. Did you have to spend time in the hospital?
We spent one night.
Me.
Here, let's give him the blue mic, and he can have his very own mic. This is Brother Kalen. Yeah, let Kalen have that mic. There you go, big guy. Okay. So you spent a night in the hospital.
We spent a night in the hospital, and because we caught it so early, that I was type 1 diabetic, we were able to go home the next day. But we started off, they had us checking him 4 times a day and given 4 shots a day.
So 4 times a day.
4 times a day. Yep. So he pricked his finger to test his blood sugar 4 times a day. He's still actually doing that. But on top of that, we were giving him 4 different shots for every day. So.
Up to 17 calls.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
We haven't even set a goal yet, so we'll just keep the calls coming in. I can't imagine what it's like to have to do that 4 times a day because, you know, that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you get through that?
Well, thankfully, there are some amazing... Just a second, honey. Mommy's answering a question.
Kalen's helping here.
Where's
He's
your
helping with
where's
the
your
mic? There you go. There's a blue
your
mic.
mic? There, you talking to that one.
Yeah. There you go. So we were having some discussions about having to do this 4 times a day, and I can't imagine. I mean, if it's when you're trying to do it for an adult, it's one thing, but this is your little guy.
Yeah. So what are the they're trying to child life specialists. When we were when we spent the night in the hospital here, we had amazing child life specialists that had tons of different I think there's sensory toys that would get his mind off of what we were actually doing to him. He had seen me do this before, but the fact that he had to do it himself. The pricking the finger was a little easier than the shots. The shots made him very nervous, but after about 3 weeks, he calmed down and was kind of coming to the senses that, all right, this is what life is going to be like, and I'm just going to be strong and brave, and he has just truly been remarkable this past year. We're very, very proud of him.
Now, since you have been living with this for years, were there a lot of changes that you had to make nutritionally, or were you pretty much on that pattern?
So we're very thankful. Dawson has been actually, well, when we first started, they said let him eat what he wants, but he is going to need to regulate snacks. So he could have 19 grams of carbs for snacks, morning, afternoon, and nighttime. But at meals, he was allowed to kind of eat whatever he wanted. We just had to count the carbohydrates in the food. So we continue to do that. That's how we regulate to make sure his blood sugars stay in range. But you kind of, after you live with it for so long, you kind of forget what you do on a daily basis. It just becomes part of your life.
It just becomes part of everyday life.
But he's doing awesome. I wish that he liked peanut butter because that's like the best protein that he could. But we're trying to get him to try more protein foods because that helps regulate your blood sugar and keep it down from going out of range. So.
And as you grow older too, your tastes change. Maybe he will. Maybe someday he will.
Yep.
And right now he's doing really good.
Mm-hmm.
So what is this that he's wearing on? He has something he's wearing on the back of his arm.
Yes.
What's that all about?
So because he was doing so well in the spring, we talked to Dr. Marquardt, Kathleen Marquardt, about getting an insulin pump, and she introduced us to the Omnipod. And what that would mean for Dawson is not actually wearing a meter. He would just carry his meter around, but he would have kind of like a port on him at all times that would drip insulin all day. It works like an artificial pancreas. Yeah. So we tried this in July, and we have hardly had any problems with the pods coming off. We've been very happy with the product, and it's made life so much easier. So before, Dawson was getting 4 shots a day, and now he gets 1 every 72 hours.
That is a huge difference.
Yeah.
Isn't it a huge difference?
Yeah, it's been, and he can eat at different times now. He doesn't have to have, be on a certain schedule. He is a little bit with school, but it's just been so much easier having the pod.
Do you think it's hard on him when he knows he's just a little different? Do you think that is?
He's made some comments at school. He's in our entire town, there's 2 private schools and a public school, and there's only one other young boy that has type 1. So we would like to get him talking to some other young kids that deal with the same thing he does. And it seems not to bother him too much in a negative way, but he will make comments like, "Mom, I'm the only one with diabetes at school." And so, but he seems to be, handling it okay, and school has really helped. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's good because summer was probably getting long.
Summer was a little tough. Yeah.
So we're here for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital Radiothon. And when did Children's Miracle Network come into your life?
So October 12th, 2017, I think we got to the hospital at 9:30 at night, and just were in complete shock. Didn't have anything packed. I'm type 1 diabetic myself, so the Children's Miracle Network came to our rescue, gave us meal vouchers to use.
Because you have to take care of yourself, and it's really important. It's not like skipping meals is an option, I wouldn't think.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so they gave us meal vouchers when we spent the night in the hospital, and then following our stay, they provided gas cards for us with all the traveling we would do to La Crosse from where we live, which is about an hour away. So, yeah, we've been very, very thankful.
Do you see that Dawson's back on the phone bank? Who's he talking to, you guys? Who's Dawson talking to? Okay. Oh. Okay, so your family is burning up the phone bank.
That's awesome.
So is that your sister?
That's my sister-in-law.
That's your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Well, it's only right. The one side of the family is, equal to the other side of the family calling in. So, yeah, he's having a good time talking to his aunt right now. That's perfect. It's a blood center of Wisconsin. And the RE/MAX First Choice group, they are the ones that are manning the phones. You guys are doing a great, awesome job over there. Awesome. But I think Dawson is taking more calls than anybody else at this point, which is, I think that's great too. So people are calling.
That's awesome.
And we want that to continue. The phone number for the Blood Center of Wisconsin Phone Bank is 608-784-KIDS, 5437. How about sending out a message to those who are just about ready to call with a donation?
We would love to hear from you. We have a special little boy here. He is our little hero. So this is Dawson's, is it his power hour or just, is it kind of like
well, he's
just
our
a general
superstar hour.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so pick up the phone and call in. It's a great cause and it's affecting many lives. So
well, and did you know about Children's Miracle Network before?
I did, but not to the extent we know now.
Right.
So we're kind of hooked for life.
We have 18 calls, 18 that have come in. So I think we'll just probably, John, how many should we shoot for? We got 18 right now. Let's go with, shoot for 25? Okay, I think we'll do that. Let's go for 25. Let's go for 25. Okay, that lit a fire underneath them. There we go.
All right.
All right, so 608-784-KIDS, 5437, the Blood Center of Wisconsin. We have had so many opportunities to reconnect with a lot of families over the last day and a half, and there's more families that will be coming in. And sometimes sharing these stories, they do exactly kind of what they did to you. All of a sudden, the tears start coming.
Yeah.
And you just can't help it.
Yep.
You just can't help it.
Yeah.
Because in order to have people understand how important this cause is, you need to share your story about what is so real to you every day. And it sounds to me like things are looking up, things are good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. I mean, it's not easy, but he just makes it so much better because he's such a champ. We tell him, bud, go check your blood sugar, and he does it. So he knows. He hopes and he thinks that there will be a cure coming for type 1 diabetes, and I hope so too. I hope so, and definitely in his lifetime. But yeah, he's just an inspiration for the stuff that he deals with on a daily basis, and he has a cool personality. He's quite funny. And
well, look at the medical technology that has come into play.
Yeah.
I mean, since you've been talking about that pod, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, it's
so like
incredible.
Does that take place of the insulin pump kind of thing where you would wear the pump?
Yep. So I have this.
So you've got the pump.
Yep.
Okay. Now, can you do the pod too?
I could. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But now you're kind of taking it for a test spin to see how it works.
Right.
Would you consider that?
Yeah. Yeah, I would, because this gets kind of bulky and in the way, but he seems to not, the pod doesn't bother him. It kind of bugs him when he plays sports, but we'll find ways around that. And
how does it actually adhere to his arm, the pod?
There's, it's hard to explain, but there's a tube that snaps into his skin, and that releases the insulin, or that gives him insulin. But then there's adhesive around the
pod. No, you're doing good.
Yeah. So there's an adhesive around the pod, and that sticks for 72 hours. Sometimes it does get loose, but there's things on the market that we use, like liquid adhesive, or
sure,
we put Band-Aids. I mean, you kind of just try to make it, because we don't want to give him more shots than what he needs. So
exactly.
But yeah, so far it's going really well.
But it's how do you tell a 6-year-old, okay, honey, now I want you to sit still for the next 72 hours? I mean, that's not going to happen.
Right, yeah.
That's not. They're going to be doing little boy things, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
But it's amazing to me if you follow the technology, just if you look over from 24 years, and some of the things that you were on.
Yeah.
We've got 20 calls now. We're looking for 5 more. We have 20 at 608-784-KIDS, 5437. Every single call that comes in, every single one. Oh, they're into it. The boys are into it. Yeah,
Can you clap?
Karen's into it. Every one of these calls that comes in is doing good for a family in our area.
Yep.
And how was it to get the help? Was it tough for you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to break or let down your ego, I guess, or your walls, and just accept the help, because it was a time where we needed it, and so we're very appreciative of this organization, and it's just been a blessing being a part of all the events that have gone on, and especially this one. This is quite.
Well, you guys travel together as a family, but your husband, Eric, can't be here today. What is Eric doing today?
Eric is a manager of a feed egg retail place, so he is quite busy with farmers
tell us
today.
about what's happening. I mean, this is really interesting because of all the rain.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
what's happening?
Harvest has definitely been pushed back. So at this point, there should be a lot more corn to dry, but there isn't quite yet. So hopefully it starts coming in.
I mean, he is behind.
Right. Yeah.
As an industry.
Most farmers in our area are behind. Yep. Definitely.
So how many hours a day do you think Dad's putting in?
So at work, quite a bit, and then he goes home and farms on top of that. So, I would say anywhere between 15 to 18 hours a day.
So there's probably a good reason he's not here with us today.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
We're very appreciative of his hard work, but yes.
Is he watching us today? Did you say he was going to try?
I think he's listening or watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He's with us in spirit.
That's right.
Okay.
Joni, I hate to interrupt for a second.
Go ahead and interrupt.
We just got a call from Steve Laufenberg over in La Crescent. He's a retired firefighter. Oh. And Steve is issuing a challenge to all firefighters to call in this hour for our hero this hour, and to make their pledge this hour. So Steve is issuing the challenge right now.
You know what happens when we get a challenge?
Uh-oh.
When we get a challenge and somebody lays it down, our heels dig in.
That's right.
Our heels dig in, and we don't stop until we meet that challenge.
That's exactly it. Now, as we head towards our goal, trying to hit 25, which maybe we'll go above that, we're at 21 right now. So
we're 21.
So all firefighters call
close
right now during Dawson's hour.
You're listening to the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon, and you are also listening to Dawson. He was in here, but he's playing now. Tricia is here, Tricia Schultz, and from time to time, Kalen comes running in to let us know that he's still part of the group, which he is. You know, how does it work? Are you able to divide your attention? Okay, I mean, that's got to be a challenge too.
It's
Speaking
been
of
tough.
challenges.
Yeah, and my husband and I are noticing that I do have a bond with Dawson just because we share the same disease, but we try to balance it out. It does get hard, though. I would say my husband probably pays more attention to Callan but we try our best to balance it out. Yeah, but it is hard.
Well,
yeah.
It's just a matter sometimes of the care.
Yes.
So, and sometimes you just have to be really, attuned to, okay, it's time for this, it's time for that, and then, everybody else is waiting for you too.
Right, yeah.
Pulling on your apron strings, Mom.
Yes, exactly.
And your family support is incredible.
Yes.
We have heard many phones ring, and it happens to be part of your family on the other end. I mean, don't even want to think what you would do without them.
Oh, yeah, they've been truly amazing. Yeah. One thing I would like to do is educate them more just of how to take care of Dawson, because it does get a little hard with him, spending time with friends and family when they don't know kind of how the disease works. So that's our goal in the next year, is to educate more people so that he can spend time at friends and family's houses too, just like when we have their kids over. So
well, and it is different.
Yep.
You don't just pick up and grab their sleeping bag and take them over to your neighbor's house for the night, for a sleepover, because there's things that need to happen, and that's it too. I mean, where do you begin with that? You must begin with maybe medication and schedules. What would you start with?
Yeah, we made kind of a step-by-step piece of paper for school, but then we're like, that should work for if he goes to a friend's house too. And we started doing just a few hours here and there instead of, just sending them for the entire night. But we're very fortunate. My parents and my husband's parents live very close to us, so they've learned how to take care of Dawson, and it's been easier with the pod as well, not giving him shots. So we've done the sheet, and it's just a matter of sitting down with them and teaching them. And Dawson's even learning how to use his meter, which is kind of scary because he's 6. But
yeah, but they can do iPads and they can do cell phones. Yeah. I mean, these little guys. You know what? I think we're up to 22. We got 22 working our way to 25. So it's working, and the number is 608-784-KIDS, 5437, the Blood Center of Wisconsin. Love to thank our friends from RE/MAX First Choice for manning the booths today, and they are doing a great job because their phones are ringing and they're reporting right back to us, keeping these things. I mean, it is just incredible. Here it is, a Friday morning. It's not noon yet. We're getting close. It's not quite noon. And people are planning out their weekends, trying to decide what they're going to do. It's kind of a rainy day. You want to get out with them, pick up the phone and give us a call.
That's right.
What a great way. It makes you feel good to give, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. Yep. And we're definitely, we've seen the impact, and the people that are the other heroes with Dawson this year, that's been incredible, getting to know their stories and seeing, their struggles and how they get through, and how the Children's Miracle Network has helped them. That's just been an awesome experience for us too, because it's not that type 1 isn't tough, but a lot of families struggle with different things. And
what are some of the favorite events that you can think of that you've done since this hero thing started?
So we did the Mustang Run, I believe it's called, and that was in Winona, near us. Mm-hmm. Dawson got to sit in a bright blue Mustang, and he was in heaven.
I bet you took lots of pictures of that.
Yeah.
We're up to 24, by the way.
Oh, my gosh.
One more. We need one more. It's 784-KIDS, 608-784-KIDS, 5437, Blood Center of Wisconsin. 25 calls is what we're looking for. We've got 24 for Dawson, for families, for the kids who may not know it, but someday they may need help. So, okay, we're back at the Mustang the race, okay?
So we did the Mustang Run. The Loggers game was a favorite of his. He got to play baseball this past summer, so when he got to run the bases, and that night was awesome. The dance marathon was a little out of his comfort zone, but it was still a lot of fun. It was good for us to be there.
I mean, I bet it was fun for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you loved it.
Just the photo shoot, too, with our family, that was so fun. I don't know why they made it so much fun. And the kickoff, seeing all the supporters there, and trying to think what else.
Well, that's a huge thing.
I mean, it's just been...
you get to be with the other heroes and their families.
Yes.
And it's time to join together and say, okay, we're going to be doing this for a year together. Mm-hmm. And, looking forward to the next event that comes along. That's got to be something probably so new to you guys.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's been incredible.
Well, you still have some time to go.
Okay.
And tell you what, we are not going to leave you, because we are going to get that one more call at 784-KIDS, 5437. That's 784-KIDS, 5437, the Blood Center of Wisconsin phone bank. And our RE/MAX team, our RE/MAX First Choice, the Dan Stacy team is on board. They have been national partner with CMN Hospitals. And you know what? You clearly don't do anything with the help of sponsors. And the reason I think they come back year after year is they're all in it for the right reasons. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't think of another reason why they would. I mean, they just want to be here to help out with the kids, because I would imagine just about every one of them have kids of their own. And we hit it!
Yay!
Woo! I want to thank you so much for making the trip in. You guys are awesome. Good luck with that pod. I hope that just keeps doing what it needs to be doing. We're going to bump into you soon. Please keep us updated, would you?
Thank you so much.
Oh, you are welcome. It's a Children's Miracle Network Hospital Radiothon, a service of La Crosse Media Group.